Valentine's Day special? Or is it? It's time to say I love you to everyone that's watching this flamenco break. I can't play flamenco guitar. I can't really play guitar at all. Good evening, how are you? The storm wasn't very stormy. Hello, Philip. So, it is the week of the Valentine's week, if you will. I don't know whether anybody's in some sort of relationship. I'm in a relationship with the earth. Ha ha! Everyone on it and nobody in particular. I don't do Valentine's Day. Have I done Valentine's Day? I think I might have had some Valentine's card. It was a long time coming, and when I did get them, I didn't know that they were Valentine's cards a lot of the time. I think I had a few that were mysteriously, strayed, but didn't know who they were from. Unsigned Valentine's cards. I don't think I've ever been in a relationship on Valentine's Day. Although one year, somebody decided that they were going to give me a little box with a chocolate in it, and come quite a long way. It was the year that I was... this person will know who they are if they know who they are. The year that I was doing Upstaged, and I'd gone all the way to Bristol, and I was in a box. Yes, a chocolate relationship, that would be nice. A relationship with chocolate. Chocolate makes me ill. I don't think I should have it at all. But they came all that way, and they gave me a little... It was Valentine's Day. Wow. That means that was a long time ago now. That was 16 years ago. Oh my goodness, it must have been something like that. Anyway, long time ago, long time. Evening, Terry. And they came all the way to Bristol because they were going somewhere else. And they came to Bristol and they said, hey, I don't have any money. I need some luggage. Can you buy me some luggage? And I went, no. Have you come all that way? What? It was confusing. So I was a bit confused by that. So maybe they were trying to plight their troth and say, hello, yes, I'm interested. But I think I was overwhelmed by the fact that I was like, what are you doing here? And also, I'm not paying for your luggage. So that sort of ruined it, really. Anyway, the rest of the time, no. So that was the nearest I can say that I was sort of in a sort of confusing situation for Valentine's Day. Exactly. So I was like, and they're like, but I've spent all my money coming all here so I can't pay for luggage. I'm like, but you spent all your money that you could have spent on luggage. Is this my problem somehow? So maybe not particularly sympathetic. So it probably wasn't a relationship that was destined to do anything much other than just plummet. So that person's a very nice person. I think they contacted me on Facebook recently to ask how I was, but it wasn't really something that was going to last. So I'm sorry if you are watching this and you are that person. You know who you are. So that was an intro. That's the nearest ever that I've come to a Valentine's Day. It's not that I haven't ever had a relationship. Not that many, but not on Valentine's Day. So you can see that they weren't long lasting, the ones that I did have, because otherwise they just... Unless I have one and I just break up with them just before Valentine's Day and then get back together with some... Maybe start one straight afterwards. Maybe I just break up for Valentine's Day. That's not what's happened, but it could have been. So yeah, poor unfortunate me. So I'm not... I don't know. I was just, oh gosh, I don't think I'm meant for other people. I'm weird enough for myself. Other people don't particularly find me palatable in long periods of time. Let's put it that way. It's like, it's too much, not enough at the same time. So that's just me, really. So, it's just like, poor lonely me. It's not that I haven't, it's just... Yeah. Anyway, Valentine's Day is coming. I hope you're all in some sort of relationship or not. If you don't want it, then not. But if you want it, I hope you are. And if you're not, then be comforted by the fact there's always chocolate or booze if you're into booze. Or I'm not really into chocolate or booze, but you can be if you want to, and that sort of numbs the pain of not having anything but biscuits and champagne. Biscuits and champagne's quite nice. What you want? British biscuits or American biscuits? American biscuits are a bit like scones. If you tell people that and they're from the area where you have that, they get very offended, but they are. Scones. Well, they're sort of like soda bread, really. Like maybe a little bit like Irish soda bread in a sort of circle. That's a biscuit. Biscuit that takes the biscuit. But the biscuits in Britain tend to be round. They're not always round. Malted milk isn't round. Nice isn't round. Hello, Fox. They're a very nice biscuit, Niece. Very nice indeed. Yes, exactly. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy, hope you have a lovely time. And if you're with somebody, I hope that they're not horrible. And if you're not with anyone, I hope it isn't horrible. You can have a lovely time on your own. You can go to see whatever film you want and eat whatever you want and say whatever you want to. There's nobody there to say it to, so you can definitely say it. Unless your invisible friend gets a bit offended by anything that you say, and I would suggest get a different invisible friend if they are offended by what you say. And that is a happy Valentine's, happy Valentine's, happy Valentine's, happy Valentine's, happy Valentine's, happy Valentine's, happy Valentine's Day to you, Harvey. Yes, a great big bunny rabbit. I think he was pink as well, but you couldn't see him, so who even knows? Harvey, the famous Harvey. Very well, good reference. Yes, a good reference, Harvey. I realise that chat. Exactly. So if you've got nobody, you can always ask ChatGPT to be your Valentine. Hello, ChatGPT. You can go, will you be my Valentine? And they will go, oh yes, I am an AI. I will be your Valentine. Thank you for asking. And then they will make a terrible picture with 3 or 4 toes too many and 150 fingers. I don't know, ChatGPT can do all sorts of things now. They can do the pictures as well, so you don't have to go to Midjourney. I'm getting very annoyed by people posting Midjourney and ChatGPT pictures, though, and all sorts of stuff like that. It's just like, because even the very realistic ones, you're like, that's the trouble. Somebody posted a thing where they were a bathroom or a kitchen designer or something, and they were like, can you tell which ones are AI and which ones are real? And quite frankly, no, because the one that was real was more ridiculous, if anything, and the ones that weren't were just boring. So it's like, and the person was going, look, there's too many slats in the wood. You can tell. Look, there's too big a gap between the banisters. It's like, yeah, well, I've seen actual rooms and kitchens. So it wasn't just kitchens, obviously, because it had like a stairway. So they showed a banister, and they're like, you can tell it's AI because there's too far between the gap between the top of the stairs and the railing's too high. It's like, well, quite frankly, I've seen real staircases that are just as bad as that. So telling me that's how you spot AI is not helpful, really. Yes, exactly. Whoa. Yes, I should think so. Why do you want the real thing? I don't know. Anyway, to prevent just I'm not sure. That's interesting. Like, if they're of actual people, that's bad. But if they're of people that don't exist and have never existed, they've got 6 noses and 55 area things around there. That's that's fine. Yeah, it looks like a sort of alien cow creature with tentacles or whatever coming out of its head. That's fine. Oh yeah, it's a terrible thing. There's all sorts of things you can get wrong, and it's probably best banned. I think it's gone too far, unfortunately. You can't let the genie out of the bottle. I mean, you've already let the genie out of the bottle. You can put a genie back in a bottle. You can't put all Pandora's things back in the box. It wasn't a box originally. It was just like a big a vasicle thing, a sort of jar. Pandora's jar. You you can get them back in, probably. Shove them in. They sort of grow. The troubles of the world grow as soon as you let them out into the air. But yeah, you can put genie back in a bottle. Yes, exactly. You can't expect them to be happy about it. They'll grumble and moan and knock against the side and go, let me out, let me out. One thing you don't do with a genie is say yes when they say, do you want any wishes granted? You go, absolutely not, genie. I do not want wishes granted because I have seen what happens when you grant the wishes. I'll go, I want to be the best looking person in the world, and then you end up being the only person in the world, or all the other people haven't got faces anymore and can't see you anyway to see how good looking you are anymore. So do not ever say yes to a genie when they say, oh, I'll grant you a wish. You go, no thank you. Thank you very much, but I'll let you stay away from that. I'm not going to keep you in the bottle. Just go on your merry way. Have fun. This is what I wish. Oh no, I've wished something. Like, yeah, and the genie goes, yes, but that will be bad too, because now you're in the bottle. Ha 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 ha. Don't even talk to it. Just go, oh, genie. See yas. Bye bye, genie. Bye bye. That's probably the best thing to do with the genie. So yeah, what's been happening this week? Oh, my long trumpeted and not trumpeted, what's it when you go proclaimed? I was going to do a pear-shaped in dystopia. Yes, leave the bottle. Exactly. Take the bottle back and get a deposit a payment on it. Yeah, that's what you need to do. Anyway, pear-shaped in dystopia, which we've done a couple of them, and we did one before Christmas and 2 sort of practice runs. So it's going to be all edited together. And I did a sort of live stand-up bit and a video that is only otherwise available to my Patreon subscribers at the moment, but will be in this. So because they missed January, that will be the last Wednesday of February. I think it's coming out at 8 o'clock. It'll go live, so you can see it then, and you can see other people doing things. So obviously, I'm the best, but there are other people doing things as well. Brian and Crystal, Brian Damage and Crystal, who were on Britain's Got Talent and are now living in Australia. And Cole Parker, who is living in LA. So it's multinational, all over the place. There's me in Wales, and there was a couple of people in London, and some people. Yeah, so Anthony Miller is the host, because he used to do the live hosting when it was live in London, and now it's all international and across the world online. Is that better or worse? I don't know. It is what it is. Other things, I mean, I'm going to Edinburgh definitely for live, being live in front of people. And as I said, in the basement of a pizza and burrito place where they make the pizza practically next door. So the stage is here and the pizza's being made in a door behind, and they come around and they have to go upstairs. So you're up to it. So it's not really a theatre venue, but I'll be pretty much doing what I'm doing here, only in live to see form. So it's be like, whoa, 3D, actual 3D. Like this, only 3D. So imagine that. You can make this 3D if you put 2 or 3 stereoscopically. If you put this and then another one next to it, like 2 devices, and sort of look in the middle, or put 3 devices even, look in the middle, and then stereoscopically you will see me in 3D. But you can also come to Edinburgh and see me in 3D there for the price of no money, but you can give me some money anyway. It's a free show because it's in the bottom, it's the basement of a pizza shop, but you can give me money because it's cost me money to get there, even though it's a free show and I don't have to pay for venue, but I have to pay for all the other things like hundreds of thousands of pounds to live in Edinburgh for the month, which is a problem. But and eat. I was going to say eat myself, eat food. So I have to eat food. So if you come to see me, please consider giving me some money. But you don't have to. But it would be nice. That's it. It's not an obliging thing. You don't have to give money, but it would be nice. You know what I mean? So that's thought for today. Give me money. Yeah. So so I'm gonna probably spend most of my money, my YouTube millions, £65 this week from YouTube. I don't think you're supposed to tell people what money you got. That's from about a year and a half's worth of video. So eventually it gets paid to you from adverts and stuff, and also my 2 or 3 channel members. Thank you very much to you. Eventually I get the money. Long time coming, but I do. How crass to discuss money. That's probably why you're not allowed to, really. Anyway, happy Valentine's Day to you. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's only been 16 minutes. It feels like such a long time. Anyway, so yeah, pear-shaped, and I'm on that. And it was a sort of predictions of the year video, the one that I sent, which by the time it comes out will be practically into the middle of the half of the year, and I'm still not having the snow that I was promised. Promised snow everywhere, but not here. I think they even might have had some in London, but they haven't had any here. Thank you very much, Fingal. Yay! Let's celebrate the first super on a live stream. This is the first super chat on a live stream. Yay! 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 Thank you. First, we're getting all first. That's actually first. £2.48. That translates to £2.48 with the conversion. So that, because I just got paid the money, that's going to take a couple of years to get to. Huzzah! 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 Because what it was about 15 years ago, it used to be that you got $100, 100 American dollars. And then because they started doing it in British pounds, they said, well, the cut-off point is 60 British pounds is the same as 100 American dollars. And we can give it straight to you, and you don't have to get a check. Somebody said they got a check from it. So it's soup, yes, soup, lots of soup, soupy soup, soupy soup, soup. And so they cut it off. So you can tell, because I don't think that 60 British pounds and 100 American dollars is the same with the conversion rate anymore. But at that point it was like 60 to 100 in the pound anyway. It's not quite that anymore because of all the things that have gone wrong in the world, especially in this country. Cost of living and everything. So it's going to take me another year to get up to the payment threshold. But every little helps. It's creeping up. So good. Sorry, Harry Fingal, you are great. Thank you very much. You've helped me. That's enough for a cup of coffee. They're very expensive now. I don't know, not in Starbucks. A cup of coffee in an off-brand coffee chain. Yay, yay. So happy. Yes, thank you very much. You are most welcome too. I'm so grateful and so happy now. Ooh, what did I do this week? Got Disney Plus for a week. A week? You can't get it for a week. A month. You get it for $4.99. half of what you gave me, so that's good. But with adverts, but my mum paid for it, so it's fine. $7.99. Oh, what else did I get? I got a new laptop this week because my brother was getting rid of his because cost of living, he can't afford to live anymore. So what's happened is his laptop has come to me as an early birthday present, and my parents have given him money for groceries and stuff because cost of living. So it's coming to something when you have to sell your own stuff. But if he does want his laptop back, he can have it, even though he's got the money for it now. It's a good laptop. It's better than mine, and it's got games on it. Like, that's what I downloaded, some games from like Steam ages ago, and I downloaded Final Fantasy 13, 12. 12 is 13? Anyway, one of the Final Fantasies, and I can't remember which it was, and it was too big for my computer, so I've never been able to play it. So now I've downloaded it to the new computer, so really it's just a thing that I can play that game on, mainly. So that's good. So I'm rolling in it this week. I've got Disney Plus for a month, and I've got a new computer, second-hand computer, and my brother can eat this week, so that's good. Everybody's happy, and it's all good. Yeah. So yeah. What else is happening? No, we didn't have a storm, and we haven't had snow, which is very disappointing. But people have been posting pictures of what it was like in this place where I'm living at the moment in the 80s, and there was snow all the way up to the. Oh, it's so high. It was like 10-foot drifts. It was so high. You couldn't even see your cars. The cars were covered. And I remember there was icicles on our house that were that long. They were just pointy, huge, gigantic icicles. It was like, whoa, they were right above. Because we had like a little sort of, the kitchen utility room was in a sort of greenhouse area. A conservatory, if you will. But it wasn't really a conservatory. It was just a sort of an outbuilding that was covered in glass. So it was we called it a conservatory, but it was just a sort of manky old building covered in glass, and these gigantic icicles threatened to go through the glass. It was like, oh, what would happen? Will they melt, or will they break the ice, break the glassy ice? Yeah, $79 is £100. Is it? Oh, okay. I don't know whether that's good or bad. Anyway, so the conversion rate has changed. So what else has happened this week? I don't know. Oh, next series of Interview with the Vampire has been announced in May, 12th of May, which is my father's birthday. Not that he watches Interview with the Vampire, so it makes no difference to him. That's quite a long wait. Like, because of the writer's strike and the actors' strike, all the stuff that would have otherwise already been shown or will be, they're having to eke it out, because a lot of it's not even going to come until 2025 and 2026 and 2027, far in the future, and loads of things have got cancelled. So if you like TV, not a good year. Very little. So, like Disney Plus, I got it for the Marvels because I heard it was, because I was like, shall I go to the cinema? No, I didn't go to the cinema. Shall I get it on pay-per-view? It was like $13.99 to get it on pay-per-view. I was like, don't want to see it that much. But then I heard it was on Disney Plus, and that's why we got Disney Plus, because $7.99 to watch the Marvels, which is half the price that it was if you got it on pay-per-view. And also, I've got other things to watch for a month, I thought. But then I thought, what is there? And I was like, there's nothing I want to see on it. So I'm sure there is something. We're going to be watching Only Murders in the Building, because my mum, dad, like Steve Martin and Martin Short to a lesser degree, but mainly Steve Martin. Like, Steve Martin had a comedy special where he was talking about his family, and there was all like projections and everything. And my mother laughed at that. So laughed so much. Will that affect the Oscars? Probably not. They're already nominated for things. Might affect it next year, but it won't affect it this year because a lot of the things were already out, because it takes a long time to make a film. So I don't know. It might affect it next year, but I don't know, because a lot of the things have been put off for ages and ages. So I don't know what to watch on Disney Plus. My mum said, oh, I should watch Encanto. She started watching Encanto with my niece, because it's one of my niece's, I think my niece's favourite film is Moana, and the second favourite film is Encanto. And then all the other Disney princesses and stuff. And I think she likes Bluey as well. But that's on there. But that's for children. But anyway, Encanto's good, so we might watch Encanto, because my mother hasn't seen it all the way through. She's like, what's that thing about? Because she was sat down watching it, but she didn't really get to see it, really. No, I like Encanto. It's cool. I've seen that a lot of times because I was working in a school all during lockdown, and what we would do is we would, not supposed to, but there was a lot of kids, there was a lot of teachers that had Disney Plus accounts and stuff like that. So we would do, because there was half the kids were at home, and they were doing like Microsoft Teams lessons, and half the kids were in school. And so we would do the lessons that the Microsoft Team kids at home were doing, and then there would be long breaks in between. And during the long breaks in between, it was like, what can we do? You can go out and play, but it's cold this time of year, or we can watch something. So we'd watch something. We'd have lovely leisure breaks, and we'd have fun, and we'd watch lots of things. So what we did, the thing is, when that stopped and all the kids were back, the kids still wanted to watch all the things. So it's like, well, we used to watching all the things on the videos. Can we watch things on the videos? So I watch Encanto quite a lot, because I wasn't in one class, I was in several classes. So I've seen a lot of that. Scripts, yes. Yes, so ideally all my unproduced screenplays would be made, and we could do those. I could act all the parts, and they would get Oscar nominated by this time next year, but that's not going to happen. Obviously that's not going to happen, because that's unlikely. I should be. Oh, what else? I got in touch with my Equity. Equity is the actors union in the UK, and because I moved to this area in South Wales, they weren't very active, but I got in contact with them, and I've become the officer for variety, the variety officer, so that I can help. It's not a paid position. It's not a paid position at all. But it means that I can try and contact all the variety artists in the area, and maybe we can get the show on the road, and I can see what's going on. So, salute me, salute you. So I'm the officer for a variety in this particular area, and I'm going to try and find other variety people and try to make them come together in a big, have a lovely life, and do stuff, and socialise and help them with jobs and things. And I don't know what to do, really. I'm not entirely sure what the variety officer job entails, but I have contacted the other variety officers all around Britain. So they've welcomed me and said, hooray, thank you, hooray, welcome to the club. We will all be together. We are variety artists. Comedians tend to be like, ooh, we're not variety artists. You are, though, you are. That's exactly what you are. But comedians tend to be like, poo-poo, we want to be Hollywood actors. And so do I, yes. Obviously, Hollywood actors, comedians want to be serious. And serious people want to be funny. And people that sing don't want to sing. And people that have got big hair want little hair. People that are thin want to be bigger, and people that are bigger want to... I'm going Donald O'Connor. So make him laugh, make him laugh, make him laugh. Donald O'Connor. No, it wasn't exactly the song. Make him laugh in Singing in the Rain. If you've ever seen The Pirate, a Gene Kelly film with also Judy Garland in it, which is Cole Porter. There's Be a Clown. Be a clown, be a clown. All the world loves a clown. That's not the thing. Be a clown. All the world loves a clown. And then Make 'em Laugh is make 'em laugh. All the world wants to laugh. It's basically the same. It's like My dad say, be an actor, my son, but be a comical one. Right, but it's the same as be a clown, be a clown, be a clown. It's the same song. And I thought, maybe the same person wrote them. They didn't. So I think the guy that wrote the Singing in the Brain songs was basically ripping off Cole Porter and got away with it. He would have got away with it too if it wasn't for meddling me that noticed. Be a clown and make him laugh is the same song. Nicking the song, yes. Be a clown, make him laugh. Yeah, anyway. Is it the pirate? Is it called the pirate? It might not be called the pirate, actually, thinking about it, but it is called Be a Clown. Be a clown, be a clown, be a clown. Make them laugh. So similar. So very similar. There's a lot of very similar songs about in the world. You're like, did these people know that it's a rip-off? I tell you what else I've got into this week. There's a little snippet of a song that people reckon is lost media. That it was a thing about everybody knows something about I can't remember what it is. Anyway, la 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 la. Somebody reckons it's lost media, and they that's from the 80s, and then somebody on YouTube recreated it, and wrote more lyrics to it, and wrote the whole thing, right? But everyone's like it was lost before that. But it's like, well, and the person that did the recreation of this song said, oh, I got the idea from this other video that had lost media in it. So I went back to see this video that had this snippet in it. I couldn't find the snippet in it. There's a lot of 50 lost media things in it, except for this one. So this song wasn't in the thing that the person said they'd recreated it from was. And everyone's like, oh yeah, it reappeared about 4 years ago. It's like, no evidence of this. It's like, no, it's July last year. This person released a song, pretended it was lost media, pretended that they got it from somewhere else, and everyone's like, yeah. And so I'm not sure whether people are going along with it, because there's a film called Goncharef that several films that lost films don't exist anymore. And somebody said, aha, yeah, because it's probably the theme tune to that. Now, if you've ever seen, I've said this before about something else, but if you've ever seen the film Wag the Dog, with I think Dustin Hoffman's in it, maybe that's lost media, maybe that doesn't exist. And that's all about how, in order to try and get good PR for a war that some people wanted to start, they inserted a folk song into history, as if this was something that had happened a long time ago, and that there was particular political events in the world and things that had happened that never happened, and they inserted a load of events and media artifacts into public consciousness and said that they existed long before, a long time ago, and then everyone went, yes, I remember that. Ha ha! I remember, so everyone was gaslit into thinking, yes, that definitely happened. Anyway, I don't think this song ever really existed. Not like Vardaria's songs. Vardaria, very lost songs, like Na Sofatana Kalana Nulana Venagada Jonatana Venadana Gadatana Venatana Shena Kona Petana Nana Lectana Nana Segalanta, yeah, na 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 na. So obviously that everybody remembers from their childhood, but there's no actual recording of it. So that's the thing. So that is definitely lost media, because that recreation I did of the original song, that was, I think, recorded first in 1972, July the 27th, I think, is when that's when everyone says it was released. But obviously it's not really, because a lot of things were destroyed back in the day, so you can't really see it. So Not Like That, which is a real song that existed back in the day, and I've just recreated it for you to show you what it might have sounded like when it was first released. So Not Like That. Not like that at all. So so there's a lot of things that existed in the past that don't exist now, that you can't find, like episodes of Doctor Who and lots of other things, like you can't find Why Don't You anymore. I think they got rid of those. Russell T Davies worked on that, see, as well, so he made sure that they were all destroyed. You couldn't see the Doctor Who references that he made in Why Don't You? Why don't you turn off your television set and go do something more interesting? It said, £5? Wow! I'm rich! I'll have my YouTube money before the end of the year this time. Waha! Thank you. Anyway, it is time to say adieu. It is time to say to you, thank you very much, and have a lovely day, and have a lovely Valentine's Day. Hey! Thank you. Thank you once again to you two. Have a lovely time. Be well. Stay warm. Make sure the cost of living crisis doesn't grind you down, and have a happy Valentine's Day. Whoever you're with, especially if you're just with yourself, have a lovely day with yourself. That could be taken many ways. Anyway, have a nice time, and I will see you next week. Bye. See ya.